Hi, everybody, and good evening. It's RS Mallory. It is August 15th already, Thursday evening. And we just got done watching the 2024 Olympics. And I don't know about you, but I'm a great fan of the Olympics. I was in Junior Olympics when I was a youngster and never made it to the Olympics, but it's been a passion of mine for swimming. And I also, the men and the women's swimming teams, and also the running track and field for the men and the women. And, I've been in the direct sales industry now for over 30 years, and it occurred to me as I was watching yet another generation of swimmers and runners and other great champions from all around the world excelling and putting themselves forward to win medals, gold medals, silver medals, and bronze medals. That it occurred to me that in direct sales, we too have to focus on what we're doing, and we share many things in common. So tonight's topic is, what do the Olympic champions and direct sales champions have in common? And it's really basically pretty simple. If you think about it, if you pick any one of the sports, let's say running or even swimming, whether you're on the men's team or the women's team, first of all, there are individual medals and championships, and then there are team championships. And of course, in direct sales, we know that we have to learn a skill set so that we can move forward. And one of the skill sets that we have to learn is how to develop and then teach and train a team of people to do the same thing, which requires repetition and it requires duplication. And those are the same qualities and the same traits that somebody who is on a champion swimmer, let's say, on one of the swim teams, has to learn as well. Not only do they have to learn how to excel for themselves individually, but they also have to participate in team sportsmanship. One of the most incredible things that I ever read was, let's see here, was this gentleman this was from the last Olympics in 2000. This was a gentleman from Kenya. His name was Abel Mutai, and he was running and he was winning, and he was about a meter from the line, the finish line, and he stopped. He got very confused. He doesn't speak English at all, and he got very confused with the markings. And the gentleman you see in back of him is from Spain. His name is Ivan Fernandez. And Ivan Fernandez, what did he do? Now, these fellows are from different countries. Abel was from Kenya, and Ivan was from Spain. But Ivan saw that Abel was having a problem and he was very confused. And so he couldn't speak his language, and Abel did not speak English. So what he did was he took him by the shoulders, he turned him around, and he pushed him across the finish line. And this is from my Facebook page, but you've seen this reoccurring story many, many times. It's the story of these two gentlemen. And one of the sportscasters asked Ivan, why did you do that? You just could have won and taken yourself over the line yourself. And he said, it wasn't about me. It was about helping somebody else who was in distress, who had practiced, and he was winning anyway. I wouldn't have won. It wouldn't have been the ethical thing to do. And so I did the humane and ethical thing to do with my values and my ethics. And I turned the fella around and I pushed him over so that he won the gold medal. You can look it up on Google. It's very classically displays the values and ethics and morals that we try to imbue not only in ourselves, in our champions, in our sports heroes, but also our own children and our own lives. So if you want to be a champion and you want to be an Olympian, whether it's in sports or whether it's in the direct sales industry, what are the things that you need to do and develop? Well, you need to have belief in yourself above and beyond anything else. You have to want it and taste it and feel it more than anything, because it's going to require that you take action and that you practice and that you do things and you push yourself, whether mentally, physically, emotionally, that you never would have done before. And you have to be repetitive and do it on a daily basis. You have to believe, and you have to have an unwavering focus and energy, which means that you have to take care of your body physically, mentally, and spiritually, actually. And you have to, as I said, take action on a daily basis. You also have to have a good foundation of values and ethics and morals, because those things are going to see you through, along with the belief that you have in yourself. Moreover, I love the way the Olympics are structured, is that everybody gets to compete against themselves. As a junior Olympian, I realized very fast, even at a very, very young age in preteens, that yes, I was competing against other people, but I was also competing against myself, trying to make myself better and better and better, so that if I surpassed a time for a 400-meter swim, then I wanted to beat it myself. And you always want to compete and beat yourself and strive for new heights, because when you do that and you push yourself and you're competing against yourself and not anybody else, the belief that you have and the focus that you have actually carries you and helps you to win the day. Katie Ledecky, she is a swimmer. And here I have Katie. I think there's Katie. Here she is over here. This was from 4 years ago. Katie is an all-time swimmer and medaler. She started swimming when she was 15 years old, and now she's 23, I think. This was at the last Olympics in Tokyo. And as you can see, this is her teammates, and they won gold medals. That was for one of the relays. Katie also this year in the 2024 Olympics has a record. In one day in Paris, she swam 4 different events and she won the gold in each of the 4 events. But what is really important to this young woman, as she was being interviewed and she was being spoken to, was that she was moving herself forward and she was pushing herself to do the best that she could do. So she was really competing against herself. And she said that she strives to do the best that she can do, and she pushes herself to do better than she did the last time. But she is very well aware of the fact that she also competed in several of the in some of the swim relays and some of the other things with her teammates. And she also strove to beat her own records when she was competing with her teammates on a team, to bring her energy and her ethics and her focus to the team so that the team could win as well. So when we start in direct sales and we want to establish an income for ourselves and our families, we have to learn some skills. Maybe it's not the breaststroke or the backstroke, but we certainly have to learn how we can reach out to other people and how we can discern what values and what skills they bring to the table, so that we can learn and share with them how they can take those skills that they already have and apply them to our direct sales industry. In order for, if we've never had this experience before, and there are more people now than ever before coming into the direct sales industry, because it's the economy. The economy is still tanking. It's not good all around the world. People are losing their jobs. I just read and posted, in fact, that Dell is getting rid of 15% of their workforce. Intel is getting rid of 10% again of their workforce. They also laid off people last year. Elon Musk's company is laying off people. And here in Austin, Texas, he built a very big factory, and now he's laying off thousands of people from there too. So how are people going to feed their families? How are they going to get new positions in a job to substitute that income that they're losing? So more and more people are flocking to the internet. They're going into direct sales. You're ahead of the game if you're a company like Govi that we're in, because we're an e-commerce company. And so like Amazon, we reach all over the world, and we have at least 4 categories of trillion-dollar industry products that people need, want, and they're at a terrific price point. But if you don't know what you're doing and you have just started in the industry, you need some guidelines, you need focus, you need energy, you need to believe in yourself. You need to practice and take action on a daily basis. You need to find yourself a mentor. Indeed, I have the hiccups. These Olympians all have their own coaches. So we have coaches as well in direct sales, and you want to find a mentor or a coach, somebody who has been in the industry and can teach you the skills that you need to do and help you practice them over and over and over again. You also need to help your own personal development. You need to build on that. And I've talked about that many, many times before in previous trainings, that readers are leaders. And whether you're going to listen to CDs or you're going to read in a book, you need to find yourself a couple of, I call them silent mentors. One of mine is Big Al Tom Schreider. He's been around for, at least 30 years that I know of, and John Maxwell. And you can have as many as you want. These two gentlemen, the way that they present the skills that a person needs and the personal development that a person needs resonates with me. So I have selected them and I listen to them every day. John Maxwell has a little minute newsletter that you can get every single day. It says Minute with Maxwell. And he just records, technology is such today that he just records, indeed, a 60-second message every single day that sets my mindset for the day. Big Al Tom Schreider has books. He has books. I have books of his from 20 and 30 years ago, and he's still using those same books because the same basic skill set that a person could use then, they can use now too. It's the same with whether you're swimming or you're learning track and field and you want to be a runner. You have to learn certain skills. You have to learn how to take care of your body. You have to learn how to nourish it. Same thing if you want to be in direct sales. You need to nourish your body. You need to feed your brain. You need to learn the skill sets that you are going to need to develop and teach yourself how you are going to share and teach them with other people. So that comes in with the teamwork. You've never heard that anybody was $1 million earner or even $100,000 earner or even a $20,000 earner in direct sales without having a team. You cannot do it yourself. It is not a one-person sport. It's not a one-person endeavor. If you want a one-person endeavor, then you need to go and get yourself a job and be an administrative assistant or be a coder, work for one of the tech companies or be a personal chef and trade time for dollars. Okay, but if you want to be in the direct sales industry, you need to learn how to reach out to other people, discern what their skill sets are, how you can share with them and show them how they can actually take those skills that they already have and apply them to building their team so that they can show other people how to have success. I love Katie Ledecky because she specifically said, she was interviewed many times. I watched 4 different interviews on the night a couple of weeks ago that she won 4 gold medals in one night. That's absolutely extraordinary. I'm a swimmer, so I can tell you that the energy and the mental and emotional focus that she had to expend along with the physical energy to accomplish even one of those gold medals was extraordinary. But to do it in 4 different events in one day was I don't know how there isn't anybody else who's done it. Actually, she set the record for doing that. So she's an extraordinary young woman. And she said over and over and over again, she was thinking about her team because one of those goals was for a relay for the team. And she said she was doing it for the team and she was thinking how she could better and best her own personal activities. And she was competing against herself. So what I would say to you is that when you're building a network marketing business, you are not in competition with anybody else. Don't hold yourself up with the person who's made $1 million or $4 million, has been in the industry for 30 years or 20 years. You can start the same way that they did. Learn your basic skills, get your mentors in place, set up the good values and ethics that you're going to need, the skill sets that you're going to need, find the people who can help you, your coaches and your mentors, and practice them every single day. Have a personal belief system that you're worth it, that you're worthy, that you're worth it, that you're going to do it, and every single day by the actions that you take will enhance the skills that you have that sometimes in the beginning are a little bit shaky, but the more you learn them and the more you do them, the better you become at them. And you don't want to become suave and smooth because then other people will look at you and they'll say, oh, Mary has 20 years in network marketing. I could never do that. She does a training online and she does it so her skills are that, she does it just off the top of her hat and I could never do that. You don't want to be that way. Oftentimes I take my notes, as you know, and I encourage everybody to take notes when they're doing a skills training or when they're working and speaking with other people, because you want to document the things that you're learning about them, the things that are important to them. However, you want to make sure that as you're going along, you keep in mind that you're always there to help other people. Katie Ledecky was trying to do her personal best. I do my personal best every day when I chat with people by seeing how I can lend myself to helping them attaining their goals and dreams by finding out what their skill sets are, showing them how they can employ them and use them and hone and sharpen those skills and show them why they would be very effective at what we're doing and talking with other people. And in addition, teaching them other skills. And you don't have to be slick and you don't have to be suave and smooth about it, but because other people will take affront to that, they'll get scared. So you just want to be you and you want your personality to bloom. Bloom where you're planted, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, be you. Don't try to be anybody else, just be you. People will, you will attract people to you if they think and feel that you are genuine, that you care about them, that you're not putting on airs, that you're honest with them, that you show them how they can have activities that they can do, help them build up their belief system, be there and be their coach and be their mentor if you can, and share with them the things that you've done, and then take into consideration what their personalities are, because as we know from different trainings, people have different personalities. And if somebody is, let's say, an accountant or an attorney, they want to know about the details. They want to know all about the details. You don't want to give them a broad brushstroke. You want to give them all of the details because that's their learning curve. My learning curve is reading books and using highlighters and rereading them and writing little notes and things like that. But your learning curve might be listening to a CD or reading a document or being in a group training. And so whatever your learning curve is, then that's what you have to use. But you must share with other people, discern and find out what their learning curves are. And it's as simple as asking them if you don't know. And by the way, I've done trainings on the 4 personality colors, yellow, green, blue, and red. Big Al Tom Schreider's done it, and many other people have done it too. Out on the internet, you can find those things for free, and you can start to recognize the personalities of the people, and that's how you speak with them and teach them according to what their personalities are. No matter what personality a person is, no matter what their skill sets are, whether they are an aspiring Olympian or an Olympian who has achieved gold medals in the Olympics, or you are an Olympian in training in the direct sales industry, we all cultivate and build and believe in ourselves. We practice and take action every single day. We develop and we build up a sense of self and a belief that we're worth it and that we can do it. And then we take action and we teach that to other people. It intrigued me to watch. I love technology because as I was watching both the runners and the gymnasts, of course, with Simone Biles, I was watching all of these individual people, or even in the relays, I was intrigued by how many of these people stoke themselves up as they're waiting for the gun to pop off so that they start their run or their swim or their routine as on the floor, as Simone Biles was doing. And they're talking to themselves, and what they're really doing is they are stoking themselves up, and they're reaffirming to themselves that they're worth it, that they can do it, that they can do this, and they're visualizing, and they practice all of that. And those are the things that we do here in direct sales to help us build our businesses. So again, it doesn't matter whether you are an aspiring Olympian in the direct sales industry. Make sure you pick a great company, a company that has extraordinary products at a great price point that will compensate you and have a really easy way to get your monthly requisite spend back in your pocket. Because if you can get the requisite monthly spend back in everybody else's pocket, they'll stay forever, even if they just want to be a customer, but they'll stay forever if you can get them back the money that they're spending it every month. And you want to make sure that we develop that sense of self in people and help them understand that they can do this. We believe in them and they believe in them. We don't want anybody faking it till they make it, but I can believe in you until you believe in yourself 1,000% and encourage you and help you to take the steps on a daily basis to do that. The same way the Olympians are doing that, the athletes are doing that. Every single day they're practicing. We are getting on the phones every day, or hopping on social media every day, or using a digital tool every day. And we are conversing with people, and we're speaking with them, and we're teaching and training them, and we're doing the same for ourselves too. So let's be an Olympian. Believe in yourself. You can do it. I believe in you. See you next week. Bye-bye.